Pre-settlement inspections and do I need to worry about? Now, yes, absolutely. These are vital, and essentially all you have to do is test everything. Test your tap, test the ovens on. Essentially just go around the house, test lights, test the aircon, test fans, test anything that could cost you money that is essentially a fixture in the house. Check door frames, check if any windows are broken. We're trying to see if there is anything different in the house than when you first made the initial offer and went under contract on that property.
Test the toilet.
For example, we had a client last month when we did our pre-settlement inspection that one of the hinges on the door, obviously not this one, was coming off. So what we had to do was we had to take photos of this and report it to the solicitors. Now, why is that important? Because this one was going to be an investment property for someone and they're going to be putting tenants in. That needed to be repaired before the new tenants would move in. So essentially what happened was that the current vendors were actually aware of this entire situation. They had already had a quote done from a handyman that was about $750, which was a little bit steep just to replace a hollow core door. We then instructed the solicitor that they were to withhold that money before it gets passed through. And that money was to go directly towards paying the handyman, who was then going to be doing it 2 days after settlement. And if there were any surplus funds, they would be returned to the vendor after that. This was agreed upon by the vendor because eventually the vendor had to leave the property in the order in the way that we originally purchased it. And with the door hanging off the hinges, that's not how it was. So this is why it is vitally important that you go there, you do a proper inspection, whether it's yourself or whether it's somebody else that's independent of the real estate, if you are buying remotely, but go there and just check everything. Check every switch, every knob, everything in that entire property and make sure it's exactly as it was when you first purchased it.